lazy. We prefer to use our body language to interact with the machine, but to not use the so difficult commands. So with the Kinect, the dream has come true. As we know, the Kinect can detect our whole body, but in some specific parts, like our hand, the Kinect doesn't have a good performance. So we focus on the hand tracking, even the finger tracking with the Kinect in our research. So there is not only one driver can connect with the Kinect. The Kinect SDK and the OpenAI both can connect with the Kinect. So we do the both hand tracking with the Kinect SDK and the OpenAI. In the Kinect SDK, the Kinect SDK can support the audio and can detect our whole body. And the Kinect SDK also can let one computer connect with not only one Kinect. And the Kinect SDK is easy to instant. And with the OpenAI, it's free. It's not the part of the Microsoft, so it's free. And the OpenAI can support other hardware, such as the one in the Huawei. And the OpenAI can also support the other systems like the Mac, the iOS, and the Linux, and so on. So let's introduce the hand tracking with OpenAI. Yes. The OpenAI is the OpenAI makes every point the Kinect detects into a generator, and then the OpenAI detects the hand based on the ball which the Kinect can detect. And then the OpenAI can find the range of the hands based on the formula this information. So that it can get the range. So, and then there's Hicham introduce the hand tracking with the Kinect SDK.
So, in this project, as my colleague basically stated, is we try to put first the hand tracking, which means what OpenAI can do, and also what Microsoft SDK can do, then probably compare the performance just based on the hand tracking. So for the SDK part of the project, we had the hand module, which would be compared to the OpenAI module, but we added in the top of it, which is the finger tracking module. The second module on Microsoft SDK is how you can actually detect the fingers, even that Microsoft SDK doesn't give you that can adapt into small details by using certain mathematical formulas and geometric formulas to actually be enabled to extract the pixels to pinpoint the fingertips on the detected hand. This was our software modeling part, and we have the natural UI interface at the top, which we use, and you will be able to see. Then the NUI will be actually communicating to two different modules. One is for the hand tracking, and that can go either way. As it stated, it could be through Microsoft Kinect SDK or the OpenAI. But the finger tracking module, it just uses Microsoft Kinect SDK. Then the bottom portion is for the hardware itself through the SDK that Microsoft given. Each module with the green blocks on the side. This is for object mappings, when we get the stream, the color stream or the depth stream, and how you actually manipulate those objects to do what you need to do. And the other block on the other side is just for handling errors. One of the key points that a lot of people are using to actually get to those curves on the side of the fingers with something called the K curvature algorithm. And this algorithm is actually, what it does, it will calculate the points on each, it gets to the shape, and it tries to get the widgets points and calculate the PI with a 4 in between. So you get the PI, then you jump to the PI plus 4 and the PI minus 4, and the calculations as stated by the algorithm itself is as follows. In conclusion, the whole project, based on what we learned in class, it actually allows us to not only learn about what a color stream is, but we moved into what a depth stream is, and how we can actually use this information to pinpoint any pixel and represent that in a map or a figure, or in this case as tracking a hand or finger. The movement between when we compare just without any really calculations, but comparing the two, the Microsoft SDK and OpenAI, and how fast it actually tracks the hand movement, we didn't really see any difference. Both of them, they almost like, even the how far away from the Kinect, I didn't really see that there is a big difference than OpenAI gives to than Microsoft SDK. The other thing that I found out while doing this project is that actually Microsoft SDK provides already built functions to move from a color stream to a depth stream, and from a depth stream back to a color stream, and from a color point to a depth point, and from a depth point to a color point. The only thing that they are not given is actually moving from a skeleton stream to a depth stream, which will be a lot easier for us to actually accomplish what we did, as we can detect, as the skeleton can detect all the joints, and you have all the joint types that comes with it. Going to a depth stream would be a lot easier. But somehow, the Microsoft SDK, its API, it's not enabling us to do that. Next, we will go probably to show how the Microsoft SDK is detecting and tracking the movement of a hand and fingertips. Then we get to questions and answers. this included in this that we didn't show last time is actually one of the suggestions that was brought by the classmates. And first changing the color and the fingertip, and that was changed to red. Adding the names of each finger, and actually detecting if it is the right hand or the left hand.
Nice.
So the R stands for right. So if I change my hand, you see it's L, and that means it's left.
Good job.
To do that trick, I mean, we didn't go just by the dip stream, but we actually used the skeleton stream to get to the right joint type, then do the determination if it is the right hand or the left hand.
What about both the hand?
You get to both hands. I didn't really detect it, try it, because it goes based on one hand for the project. And if you see, it takes the last one of them and it shows both of them. So if it is R, both of them are R, or if it is left, both of them are L. Instead of actually just picking one of them like this, now it's the left hand versus this is the right hand. And the reason for that is, these enhancements was added just from all the additions that the classmates and the professor asked us to do. It was a short period of time, and we couldn't add everything that needs to be added at once. But it opens up, a room for enhancements in the future if we want to go with this and enhance it to a better detect both hands and determine if it is the right or the left hand, and also all the correct naming of the fingers.